The CW Twin Cities presents See What's Now, your entertainment news source.
Hey guys, John Foss here, CW Twin Cities. We are talking with James Murray and Darren Wearmouth. We are talking about the new novel, Awakened. Guys, tell me about it.
John, you're going to love it. It is the fastest paced summer beach reading you'll ever have in your life. It is a thriller that takes place in the subways of New York City. In the near future, they build a new subway system called the Z Train in New York, and the inaugural run of the train. On the train itself is the mayor's wife, 100 lucky New Yorkers. When the train pulls into the underwater visitors pavilion, all the passengers are missing. The car has a bloodied handprint on the wall, and the windows are shattered outward. And what you come to learn is that what's going on underneath New York City is far more terrifying than anything you could ever have possibly imagined. That's Awakened. Just like Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, and speaking of Impractical Jokers, a lot of our viewers right now are probably like, wait a minute, that's Murr. Because Impractical Jokers airs on our station 5 days a week. So this is definitely, you're trying something totally new here. How did this happen?
It's not new. One could argue that what we do on Jokers is horror. You see what they put me through. I live in fear and terror on a daily basis. So it's a natural transition to write a thriller. The background is I wrote it 14 years ago before Jokers. I spent a year writing it, and I couldn't get anybody to read it. It got returned to me unopened by every publisher because the guys and I were regular guys. We had no contacts in the business. And then 14 years later, HarperCollins bought the trilogy, and I partnered with this gentleman, the handsome, accomplished British best-selling author Darren Wearmouth, to polish it up.
When you get a couple $1 million in the bank, a lot more people want to read your book.
Yeah, you don't know what's in my bank, but thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. How did Darren get involved? How do you guys know each other, and how did he get involved in the project?
I knew I needed somebody that was better than I was to help polish it up, and HarperCollins raved about him. We FaceTimed, right, and just hit it off immediately.
Yeah, it's been, I was a fan of Jokers before I worked with James on this great concept that he had, and I have to say, working with him, he's been such a nice, down-to-earth, hard-working, decent guy, and it's been an honour, and I hope it continues.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Darren, when you received this book from Murr, how much work did it need?
I mean, it all depends how much you want to do. I mean, it could have needed no work. It could have needed some work. I mean, I think it was all down to, we actually worked on it together. It wasn't me doing individual things. Yeah. Like James and I, we'd go backwards and forwards on individual pages, chapters, everything, and James has got no ego at all. You know, when you're working with him, we both just wanted to make it as best as possible. I wanted to make his story as best as I could, and just for James to realise his dream of having that book out that's been 15 years on his hard drive not doing anything.
It's finally doing something. We're finally doing something with it.
It sounds like you guys have big plans for this book, because not only is there a trilogy ordered, it also might be a TV series.
Right? My background outside of Jokers is for the past 12 years I've worked in TV development. My job is literally to create and sell TV shows. So when I wrote the book, I wrote it as a fast-paced, page-turning, cliffhanger kind of ending book, a thriller you cannot put down. And it was always envisioned as being a TV show or movie. So yes, this summer we go out to pitch it as a TV series with IDW Comics, one of the biggest comic book companies in the world.
And for the regular Joes out there like myself, I mean, Murr, don't you have enough success? Come on, you're killing us, regular people.
No, come on, it's creativity, man. I got a story to tell.
Okay.
It needs to be told. The New York City subway system, it can be terrifying. You need to know. So read this book.
All right. Well, in that case, thank you for that. We appreciate it. And speaking of Impractical Jokers, because like as I mentioned, it airs on our station 5 days a week. It's been 7 seasons now. How have you guys evolved over the years to keep things relevant and to change as you guys have become more well-known to make the show spontaneous and what it is today?
The show is a stealth improv show. It truly is. You know, we have no idea who's going to walk in and who we're going to interact with, and we are improv comedians. So, and the show stays relevant because we film it year-round. You know, we film so many episodes a season that is constantly on the cutting edge of what's going on in pop culture, I think. And also, the guys and I made a promise to each other years ago. We said if we ever feel like the show is not pushing the format and advancing and staying funny and creative and interesting and different and evolving, we would stop it. And I have to say, the show continues to push the boundaries of our friendship, of comedically continues to push, and we push the format of the show itself into new directions. And for example, we just finished filming the Impractical Jokers movie, which comes out next year. That's an evolution of the show as well.
Ooh, okay. And for yourself personally, it seems like you used to come in with, you had your plan in the show, but now you keep your plan a secret.
I do.
Has that worked better?
No, none of it's working. Whether I say the plan or not, I seem to be losing a lot. That's it. So clearly I'm doing something wrong.
Would you say the biggest target on your back is from Sal?
Yes. I mean, him and I, we're like oil and water. But we're best friends. We love each other. We also hate each other. I'm kidding. No, he's a great guy, but.
When you had to wear Sal's hair, where did you keep that?
That was Q's hair I had to wear. And the crazy thing is, he grew his hair out for 2 years without me knowing, secretly, for that punishment. And it got to the point that his hair was so bad. Like, I pulled Joe aside, I was like, Joe, we gotta say something to Q, man. He looks terrible on TV. I had no clue he was growing it out for my punishment for 2 years. So
what'd you do with that wig when you weren't wearing it on the show?
It's in the same vault where they keep KFC's secret recipe, It's locked in a windowless, airproof vault.
Okay. Well, Darren, now that you're kind of hooked up with Murr here, you guys are partners. Are you going to be part of the show at all? Will you come in and be a part of it at all?
I don't think so. I don't want my nipples pierced. I don't want a prostate examination. I don't want to be thrown out of an airplane. No, thank you. But I love the show.
Don't knock it until you try it.
All right. Murr, do you think that Joe gets off easy a lot of times just because we want to see his bulging eyes?
He does. His eyes are hysterical. He's just got a funny looking face, But he does get off easy because he's impossible to get. He'll do anything. So he was born without the embarrassment gene.
Well, last Impractical Jokers question here is a fan question. It comes from Dave Cadet, who is a huge fan. He wants to know, he says the fans would be crushed if you four friends decided to move on. Can Impractical Jokers live on forever, or will this super show, along with your friendship, eventually crash in a tragic end?
Our friendship will never end. These are my lifelong friends. I'm too old at this point to make new friends. You have nothing to worry about of us ever splitting up. The TV show, if you keep watching, we'll keep making it. How about that? So there you go.
All right, and you guys are going to be here in the Twin Cities at the Minnesota State Fair on
We are
August
so
30th.
excited. Yes, this August we'll be there. Very exciting.
Unfortunately, you had to go out and sell it out before this interview, so the people that are hearing this now are like, crap, I wish I could have known this earlier.
But you can still buy a copy of Awakened. That has not sold out yet, but act fast, right?
That's right. Awakened is available right now. James Murray, Darren Wearmouth, thank you so much for being here. Twin Cities, check out Awakened, and also check out Impractical Jokers right here on the CW Twin Cities, 5 nights a week.